Hello. You are watching this because you have been elected as a student representative on a specific university committee. This training is delivered to you by the Students' Union and will take you through a number of elements that you need to be aware of as a student representative. First and foremost, congratulations. You are now going to be sitting alongside the senior managers of the university at the decision making table. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to represent the students at Canterbury Christchurch University, so please make the most of it. So today we will cover a number of things. We will look at the committee structure of the university. We will look at who is who and potentially who you will be working with mostly. We will be looking at the terms of reference of your specific committee and how a normal meeting is going to be running like, as well as some guidelines for these meetings, how to make the most of your role, some tips, as well as obviously what skills you're developing and how to log these volunteering hours. So let's begin. First of all, the committee structure. You can find this on the university website by either looking for it or by clicking this link. And the academic structure is over here in this document. It will download and you will be able to see the structure of the decision making process that the university has. So let's have a look. First of all, there is a governing body that governs the entire university, and then you can see the actual structure of the decision making bodies within the university. So some of you may sit on the Education and Student Experience Committee, some of you on the Learning and Teaching Committee, some on faculty boards. So please have a look where your committee fits and what exactly it does in the wider academic board committee structure. Then let's look at who is who. Well, you can find again on the university's website the senior management team's structure. So this was completely explicit that it's imperative to see who you will be working with. And you can see the Vice Chancellor sits all the way at the top. He has a Deputy Vice Chancellor, and the people who you'll probably be working with are the chairs of these committees. So, for example, the chair of the Education and Student Experience Committee is the Pro Vice Chancellor for that area, and you can see all the areas that are that fall within that remit. For those who sit on faculty boards, you will see the deans of each faculty, they are responsible for their boards, and also you will see what exactly fits within their team. So please familiarize yourself with this. Now, on the website, you will also find terms of reference for these particular committees. So let's say you sit on the Education and Student Experience Committee. You can easily download the terms of reference that will show you exactly what that committee is meant to be doing, everything from what it scrutinizes to what it approves, what it monitors, and the schedule of its delegation. So please familiarize yourself with your specific committee. And of course, if you sit on a faculty committee, then these can be found here as well as terms of reference for all the boards, as well as the membership. So let's say you sit on the Faculty of Health and Wellbeing, you will see exactly who the chair is and who from the university, both academics and professional services staff, sits on that group alongside you. Now, what is an actual normal meeting like? Well, it's fairly standard in the way it runs. It has a chair who is a senior member of staff, as we have just identified previously. It will always have a set agenda that has papers written beforehand by the membership. These will help you to make a decision regarding that particular item, and it will probably have recommendations that you as a group will have to adopt or scrutinize. The membership is set out beforehand, and this gets reviewed regularly, but you are an equal part of that membership. So make sure that the student voice is being brought to the table on every item that is relevant, but also don't be afraid of voicing your opinion, because the university appreciates your point of view and wants to make sure that whatever decisions they make are relevant and to the students, and they will also make the student experience a lot better. A meeting will also have notes that will be recorded at every meeting. So every time you will see what got discussed beforehand and what actions came along with those notes. There are some specific guidelines for meetings that can be found in the academic representation policy. Please familiarize yourself with this specific slide. Now, make the most of your role. Make the most of it because it's so relevant, it's so important. Think about it. You are one of the approximately 17,000 students at Christchurch who has this brilliant opportunity to sit at a decision making table alongside the senior managers, seeing what proposals are being put forward before everyone else and making sure that the student voice is heard. So please make the most of it, but we'll also have a video that will tell you a bit more about how to do that. I also would suggest to be confident. Make sure that you're prepared, and that's what will bring the confidence to you. If you know what the papers say, if you have read them beforehand, if you have spoken to a few students about it to understand their perspective on that proposal, then that will give you confidence to speak up in the meeting and to bring the student perspective. If you have the student voice as evidence, then that is all you need to do, is ensure that you know what you're talking about and that you bring different student voices to the table. And a good way to do that is to network with other reps, either from that committee or beyond. Some tips for you to make your life a bit easier. As I said beforehand, read the papers. They're really important, and that's what you will be discussing. Make notes of what you would like to say and always think from the student's point of view, the wider student body and not just yours. Even if you agree, do say it. It carries so much weight when the student voice approves of a particular recommendation or proposal. Of course, there will be situations where you won't be sure, how will this affect students? But then you need to tell the university that. Tell them to consider how this will affect and think about that perspective. Would it be disabled students? Would it be international students? Would it be students with dependents or even commuters? Ask them to think about it, and that usually should result in an action of seeking that specific student opinion. And of course, if you don't agree with a solution, explain why. Have another solution or explain your rationale of why you think that wouldn't work. And if you are not quite sure, then if you have the real student life anecdotes to the table, if you tell them how this affected or will affect specific students in their real lives, that carries so much weight because the senior managers will get to understand what the student experience is like. Of course, as a person on these committees, you're developing so many different skills and such a vast range of experiences. You will be negotiating, you will be influencing decisions, you will be part of the decision making. You will understand the institution and have an institutional awareness, and you will, of course, develop communication skills. Don't forget about these and use that on your CV. Use this opportunity to learn from the senior managers about how to be a leader, how to be a manager, and network with them. Use them, ask them if they could be your reference in your future job applications. It's such a great experience. Of course, we encourage you to log your volunteering hours because these count towards your Christchurch Extra Award, but also it's an evidence of the fact that you've done this. So please go to the university's website and log these hours. This has been brought to you by your Students' Union. Please speak to your sabbatical officers who are also likely to sit on some of these committees by emailing them, but also have a look on our website and engage with us further. Good luck, and we hope you're going to do a tremendous job. Thank you ever so much.